Hey everyone, welcome to this very special episode of Working Class Music. I'm one of your hosts, Jason,
I'm Tia.
and today we get to mess around with a very brand new product that just dropped this week.
It is a brand new pedal from Old Blood Noise Endeavors called the Sunlight.
Yes, like any other Old Blood Noise product, it kind of thinks outside of the box. I don't want to limit it to a sustainer slash reverb. To limit it to that description is kind of just doing it a disservice because it does a bit more than that. Think of it more as a dynamic hold. You do get trails on the hold, so that would be something that I think that term is very fitting. Per usual, I've had this pedal only for a couple of days, and this is Tia's first time with it.
I haven't even looked at it.
The counter just reached negative numbers now, so that's what we're doing. So, on to the specs. The Sunlight has 5 knobs and 2 switches, and 1 toggle switch.
Oh.
So let's go on to the controls. First, you have the decay. Unlike a normal decay, this one is going to set the feedback for the reverb. So all the way down, it's not going to sustain. All the way up, you'll have infinite sustain or dynamic holds. The second one is going to be the input knob. It sets the amount of input signal that gets into the reverb, as well as the amount of feedback allowed to recycle through the reverb. At 0, you get no input, so it's pretty much quiet. As you increase the input control, the reverb input becomes more sensitive to the signal strength of your playing. Basically, the harder you play, the bigger the signal or the longer it sustains. You have the rate and depth controls, which we're going to get back to on each of the settings, because on each of the settings they do different things. Now on to each of the settings. Tape, as the name implies, is a modulated reverb inspired by the unexpected shifts of a tape machine wobbling. So the rate and depth on the tape setting are basically just going to control the vibrato effect, the amount of vibrato and how much it vibrato. So
how slow that kind of signal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
or how quickly and how deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or how much is in there and how much is out of there.
Okay.
The second setting, it is calm or comb.
Comb?
No, because we said that before in a video and we got roasted. It's combination. It is a combination of a reverb and a delay. 4 delay lines are placed after the reverb, and the emphasis on stacked short delays creates comb filters like a fixed flanger. Rate sets the time of all 4 delays, and depth sets the feedback of the delay section. Think of it in the sense of like a delay pedal.
Yeah, so you're saying a lot of words, but I don't think I understand. I think I get it, but I want to hear this.
Oh, okay. And then you have pass.
Or is it pause?
Pause.
Are we
passe? Pass.
pause?
Pause. 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 Pass.
Pause?
Pass. Pass is a bandpass filter applied between 2 reverb paths, where a random sample hold function sets the cutoff frequency of the bandpass. Rate sets the timing of the sample hold, and depth sets the range of possible cutoff frequencies. And then we have the mix control. Very simple. It controls the wet-dry amount. So this is where things get interesting.
Okay.
You have the Alt button, which the Alt button is going to hold the previous setting that you had. There is a way to do that, and I will demonstrate that. How you do it is you hold down the bypass and the Alt knob for 6 seconds. The light will start blinking. You save it, and then you hold it back down again for another 6 seconds, and boom, those settings are saved.
Easy enough?
Yeah. So whatever the pedal was set to, you can quickly jump back to it.
Okay.
But it won't change the sound.
So it's like a recall button.
Yes,
Yeah,
total
okay.
recall. Now, I know I said a lot of words, but this pedal is not as complicated as all those words
Yeah,
put
I'm
together.
a little nervous. I'm sweaty. It's a lot of words, and I understood about half of them.
No, you got it. I totally believe in you.
Once you hear it, it makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
So, onwards to the sound. So, this is going to be the tape setting.
Okay.
Now while Tia's playing, I'm going to turn up the decay so that way you can hear the little infinite sustain.
It sounds sad.
And now here's I'm going to turn up the input. Turn up. This low key is not my revenge for the.
It kind of feels like it,
rainbow
but
machine.
honestly, I think before we start, let's have you.
Just gotta throw them right in?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're not even gonna go with the specs.
No? Yeah, no, let's go blind.
Oh wow, this is really Tia's revenge.
Oh yeah. Are you sure? Because this feels like payback of some type.
This is not
How
my
do-
revenge, Tia. So now we're going to go to the combination setting.
Okay.
And the settings that it was previously saved on just jumps right back in.
Okay. It's like a freeze pedal. It's just gonna. Okay. It's just not gonna stop.
Nope.
So even if I.
Yep, even if you let up, it's not going to stop.
Okay.
And bear in mind, we're using some presets that came with the manual. So all the sounds that we're doing are in the manual. On to the pass.
What is this? Oh yeah, you did say like the harder you hit, so. I like this.
So we're going to do something a little different. We haven't done this before. I call this the combo breaker. Basically, we're going to demo how this sounds with some other pedals, because I've always said that with Old Blood Noise, one of the coolest things about them is they make pedals that kind of make other pedals sound better or unlock certain features in those other pedals. It's just mind-blowing and it's just fun, and I think that's the biggest thing, is it's fun.
So basically, it's like when you're cooking and you got that one ingredient that just like takes your
This is when you add the hot sauce.
God.
Primarily, it's going to be the Dark Star and the Mood, and maybe a little bit of the Dark World. We'll see. Right now, what I'm going to do is going to combine the Sunlight, Mood, and a little bit of delay. and it just holds out.
That
So
was really cool.
yeah, so like that's a cool combination that I was just like, holy crap, this is really awesome. The next combination is going to be the Dark Star and just the Sunlight, because I think they both contrast each other really well. We're going to do a video, hopefully, on some of these pedals individually, but we've already done the mood. A cool combination is going to be the Microcosm. And yeah, that's it for my combo breaker. So I guess on to final thoughts.
Yeah.
I swear this is not my revenge for the Rainbow Machine, which will probably come out next week. With that said, pass it off to Tia and get her first impression, because again, this was her first time ever messing with this pedal.
I mean, I wouldn't even say messing, because I literally just kind of picked up my guitar and plugged in. So Jason really did, I guess, the heavy lifting with like twisting the knobs and just going through the different settings, or I guess the presets. Again, I feel like I just have negative time with this pedal, seeing as like I've only looked at it from about 3 feet's distance. I like it a lot. Like I want to sit down and like really get to know this pedal, because it seems like a lot of fun. Like there were just like a lot of very interesting sounds. It reminds me of the Electro Harmonix like freeze almost, how it just does that infinite sustain. And I've always wanted a freeze, but I didn't want to buy a freeze just because it does one thing. Because I know you have like that momentary latching, but like this like just seems like that idea, but like obviously with a lot more added to it. And so like I could see me just tweaking and playing with this for like hours and just having a blast with it. So I liked it a lot.
Well, I guess it's my final thoughts. You know, it's funny because initially when this came in the mail and I plugged it up and I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I was like, I was more stumped than I was with the mood.
Really?
Yeah, I was, because like with the mood, I kind of figured out what I could do with it, but the combination of like a freeze and a reverb was just something that I was like, you would think that I would think that,
yeah,
but it was just something like on paper it makes sense for me, but in execution I was just like, But with that said, it is a very simple pedal to use. Once you get the hang of it, like at first it could be kind of daunting. In terms of how I feel like it sounds, I feel like it sounds awesome. In terms of sound, this is one of the most unique pedals that I've gotten to mess around with in a long time. I said this in our R1 episode, but this is by far one of my favorite pedals of this year. I really love the tape setting. I just love when you combine this more so with other pedals and you can sustain certain things. It's, if you're definitely into like ambient music or want something with a lot of texture, get the Sunlight. It saves from getting like that and a freeze, because it is its own thing. And I love it. I'm giving this the Working Class Music stamp of approval.
Yeah, special thank you to Old Blood Noise Endeavors for sending us this pedal. It's been a lot of fun, and we look forward to, I don't know, just whatever you want to send our way.
Yeah. Send us an extra one so Tia can have one and I can have one.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, send us one
I get
more.
the leftovers, and there's never any leftovers.
I told you, when I'm finished, you can have what's left.
There won't be any left. There's never any left.
Okay.
So with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. Just a reminder, we do have a Patreon, so if you would like to subscribe to that, that would be pretty awesome.
Please.
Not only that, we do have a merch store, which Emily from Get Offset, thank you to her, because she bought our first shirt. So, yeah.
Yeah, join the club.
Yeah,
be a cool kid.
Yeah, be cool, because Emily's cool. And so, with all of that said, I've been Jason.
And I am Tropical Punch Kool-Aid Jammer.
And
Adios.
this has been Working. Laters. We love Jazz Masters. We do little giveaways every now and then. So once we hit 3,000 subs on our YouTube channel, we're giving away this Daphne Blue Jazz Master. It is a Squire Affinity Mini?
Mini.
Mini!
So it looks like a normal size guitar on me.
Yeah, it's Tia sized. Yeah, so all you got to do is just like, subscribe, and comment. And if you feel generous, join our Patreon.
Everybody's super.